I'm Little Lesko, and I love my grandpa, but it's hard for me to take care of him.
Buy my book!
Shut up! But he's old and needs help to get around, and I can't afford to send him to a home. Besides, he wants to stay in his house anyway.
I ain't leaving!
I know! But if he stays in his house, he still needs help with cooking meals, staying healthy, and fixing things. I can't help with that. I can barely cook for myself.
What?
I said I can barely cook for myself! So what if there were free programs that I could apply for to help keep my grandpa in his home? Well, there are! From the government! For free!
Free!
Free! Free! Free! Free! These kind of programs are everywhere. I found some from an organization called the Area Agency on Aging in southeastern Ohio. So I went to check it out in Ohio. Don't go anywhere.
Buy my book!
I bought your book!
Buy my book!
We have what's called an aging network. There are 12 area agencies on aging in the state. We're one of those. We have the Passport program, which is actually a in-home care program for the elderly, 60 and above. It is a free program. Eligibility requirements include financial eligibility and as far as functionality. I mean, if you have a relative that you feel could benefit from some home care, and what happens is they set you up with an assessment so that someone can come in and determine whether you're eligible for the program or not, and that's free.
I'll use my grandmother for example. She is 92 years old and lives by herself because daily she's receiving home delivered meals, and she has homemaker come in to help her with her housekeeping, light housekeeping. An appointment was made, an assessor went to her home, did an interview with her, kind of did an environmental scan of her home to see what was there, what problems might be encountered, and that kind of gauges what they're able to do on their own and what they need assistance with. She has been able to stay in her home as opposed to going into a nursing facility or moving in with another family member. So our goal is to help folks maintain their independence for as long as they possibly can.
The Passport program, what Mindy's talking about is that case manager who goes in the home and assesses what their needs are, looks at the programs that are available out there. So what they're doing is developing a care plan based on that assessment. This is their care plan, and they adjust that care plan as circumstances change, either with their health or their living situation or whatever. We also have a housing program, minor home remodeling. Again, our whole goal is to keep people, elderly people, in their home for as long as they can. Also, ways to better communicate with their doctor. How do they talk to their doctor in such a way that they get the information that they need, so that it doesn't end when they walk out of the doctor's office. It's a life-changing thing where they're changing their behavior to better. It's a toolbox that they have where they're not going to let their chronic disease take over their life anymore. They have ways to respond. We have another evidence-based program we're doing right now called Healthy Ideas, which we're doing in the home where the case manager goes in, and it's a depression screen. Because a lot of older people, you know, depression is a major factor. And that can lead to so many other things, physical ailments and so forth, that can have an impact on your whole quality of life. You know, a lot of people think, well, you know, of course they're depressed. All their friends have died. They don't have much money. You know, depression's a part of becoming old. Well, that's not true. And we found that in addressing these depression symptoms, it can change their whole outlook on life. We also have what's called a long-term care consultation, which you may not be eligible for Passport, but we also have other services. We have home-delivered meals,
nutrition services, in-home services, transportation, adult daycare.
We have an ombudsman program that investigates any kind of complaints or abuses or anything like that.
If you look at it, we look at what that person needs, and then we bring our services to them to make sure that they're getting everything that they need in their day-to-day. We're not just saying, well, we're going to throw this program in there or throw that program in there. We're making sure that it is a definite need.
We just want to say we're a resource. We're one of many resources. We don't want to be the only resource. We want to connect you to various resources and let you make your own choice. We're a resource that you can use if you want to use it.
This is the economic difference that the passport program makes on your state budget is it will cost $52,000 a year to maintain an individual in the nursing facility, and it'll be $24,000 a year to keep them in their home. So the difference between 52 and 24, that's the savings.
The sad thing is the programs are there and people don't, for whatever reason, don't know about it. So I think as long as they get in the front door and make the call and talk to one of our receptionists, we can get them back to a screener to assess what they need and see what we have available. You know, the main thing is to just call and get information, and we can set people up, because we don't know until we assess them.
Okay, so the Area Agency on Aging in Ohio has programs to help keep my grandpa inside his home. So I'm going to find out if there are similar programs right here where I live to help him out.
Oh, I got it! Oh!